Okay, do we have sound? Oh, we just got another viewer in. Do we have sound? Why do you not
Yes,
have
we have
sound?
sound.
Okay. So, I got worried. I'm like, oh no, now I've lost Mandy too. All right. Oh, wait,
Just
I gotta
wait
do
for
that.
YouTube to catch up.
Right, gotcha. I just realized I gotta do a thing. Okay. I didn't have my keyboard thing started.
You have the bot started?
It should be started. I tried to get it to join. Ask it a question. So this was the bag we made the last time we went for the live streams bag making thing, and it turned out pretty awesome. And we are about to start doing another bag with a similar kind of look to it. So if you go to my website, you go to the tutorials, and all tutorials, the thing is pinned to the top. Click on that, and you can see how I made the pattern. That's the video there. And then there's the inspiration where it came from. And here's the actual pattern that I will be working from. If you click on it, it takes you to a PDF that'll let you actually zoom right in. And then in order to get started, we needed a loop, which my wife made this really cool kumi. It doesn't have to be a kumi, but it was something that we thought would add to how nice the overall bag was. So let's get this thing started and roll that intro.
Stream Elements is here.
Okay, Stream Elements came on.
Oh, we're back.
Hey. All right. Okay. So wait, did it play all through the video thing? No, it didn't, right? Well, okay. It kind of died
It
partway through
it died. No, it died at the intro.
the regular
So you're good.
intro. All right. Yeah, like that was so weird. I have no idea, man. That was absolutely crazy. All right. Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL. A very confused Kevin here tonight. Um, Before I get into starting new projects and stuff, I do want to remind everybody we still have a secret word game. It's been over a year. I'm really kind of hoping that we get a winner sometime here soon. If you hadn't already noticed, I am joined by my lovely wife, and I see there's a whole bunch of you guys. I have not seen what's going on in the comments. I was just losing my mind because my whole computer just went absolutely insane. So hello. Yeah, that was really, really weird, guys. All right, yes, new project. Super excited. I'm absolutely this is going to be fun. So if you saw the intro there, basically this is going to be quite similar in some aspects to the last bag that we made. However, it's kind of took its inspiration from like a different place. So that's going to be kind of a neat thing. So yeah. And in case you're kind of wanting to look at the patterns yourself or wanting to see whatever, there is a link in the YouTube up at the top of the description thing that says how to get to my webpage to where all the stuff is for this. So yeah. Yeah, don't brick me. I'm not. Saturdays are a rough day for me. I use it to like catch up on all the other little stuff, and I've been playing with like trying to see if I could try different camera angles and different fun things that we could do in some like future videos and things, and just Some of it's like just paperwork though, really honestly, like building web pages and stuff. So I've been like super busy earlier in the day trying to keep myself busy, and then I get all ready to do this, and then everything goes sideways. The computer's been fine all day. I don't get it. Oh, there was an update to something that wanted to reboot. I wonder. I don't remember what that was now. Shoot. Yeah, so weird. Anyways, so basically it's three colors. The most part it's two colors that keep alternating. Um which I really do enjoy those a lot. Although with this one I don't know if this is going to be a case of it's easy to keep track of where I'm at or if I want to cross things off as I go. So we'll see. If it's a cross it off as I go, I almost need to make the pattern way bigger because um, right now all I've got is like these two little panels out of like the four that it'll be. So I don't know if you can see my cursor here. Let's see, I kind of lost track where I was. The white one, then the white, then the dark, then the light, then the dark, then the light, dark. Yeah, okay. Ah. So how has everybody been? Hopefully you guys are doing awesome out there. My goal for tonight is to hopefully try and get the four pieces that we have put together, like not joined to each other, but just the four things started. That's my overall like hopes for this for today. But with the shaky start, I don't know if we're actually going to get there or not. No. I I saw a joke earlier that made me feel like, oh no, because the kids will never get it. It was Hal, as in the Space Odyssey, Hal, like the red glowing thing, and uh, John Oates. And they were saying Hal and Oates. And then he's like, no, Dave, I won't do that. And I was like, oh my God, that's hilarious. But wait, the kids are never going to understand this, both because the those musicians, like they started their career in the 70s and pretty much like what ended in the 80s somewhere. And then the fact that that movie, the space, what was it, Space Odyssey 2001, was like also like really dated things. And I was like, oh no, I'm yes, isn't it nice that pizza can make it all okay? Nice. I had pizza earlier. It was delicious. Yeah, but you were gone all day stuffing your face. You made like a career out of it or some shit.
3 hours?
You left the house before I even got out of bed and came home after I'd already had dinner. Yes. Existing is exhausting. It reminds me of a dream I had. I dreamt I was a muffler. I woke up exhausted. Uh, See, the weird thing is okay. Wait. First, name a Hall and Oates song that you know, or like, preferably, like, what is your favorite Daryl Hall and John Oates song? And yes, just knowing them does spell aged. But what's your favorite song? Because that also will make a difference. Oh, there we go. See, that tells me a whole lot. If Private Eyes or some of those were their very 80s hits. My favorite Hall and Oates song was She's Gone. And because the song has these intense buildups, it starts out like so really mellow and builds on that and builds on it. And then there's these couple areas of the song that does that thing where it steps it up and then you think you're there, but then they step it up again. And like there's like so much going on. The song is so intense. They don't exactly tell you much of what the story is. Why is she gone? Is she dead? Is she, moved on? What's the story? You just know that she's gone and he would pay the devil to replace her. And it's from the 70s. It was like 72. Absolutely just amazing stuff from them. But yeah, there's the people who like that really old stuff where it was rock and like a different kind of rock, or the later stuff where they were very pop. And yeah, like the Private Eyes and that kind of stuff, very very pop. They went as about as mainstream as they could muster, and yeah, very very different sides of the same band. Also, I don't know if you guys are old enough. Has any you guys ever like seen them do interviews? Um, I swear Hall just would never let his buddy talk. Like he never said anything. He just kind of he was always just sort of there. It was like the weirdest thing. So there should be another brown in here. Like I saw them, I think it was like on the Today Show or something like that. It was absolutely weird. All right. So just getting this thing started is already proving to be like a yep, it's going to be one of them. Yeah, if any of you guys like are seriously like know your music and can explain like what those buildups and whatever in the song are, it's like yeah, I would really love to know like the science behind like what that song had that, you know, kind of got lost to time. Like nobody does that stuff anymore. Yeah, right. Yes. Oh, one of the advantages of this bag versus the last one is pretty much all the spiral things all are going to be going and doing the same stuff. So once I kind of get the rhythm of that part will be easier. However, the stuff that's outside of it gets a little crazy. So yeah. Wait, where was Wham from?
British.
Oh, really? Isn't there like there's a documentary on Wham on Netflix. I've been wanting to check that out. Yeah, there was a hot minute where they were one of the biggest things out there. When by the time they were up into their like pop phase, the other one was what Huey Lewis and the News were like competing for like the the who would be on MTV more. Yeah, I don't think I ever owned any of their stuff, Wham either, either Hollow Notes or them. Back when I was making a music collection, it was primarily CDs, and I did that the Columbia House thing, and got their first 12 for a penny, and then just kept getting more. You know. Uh, yeah, my spelling's so bad I had no idea. So looked good to me.
That's a whole different problem.
I hear that like the kids are suddenly getting back into cassettes and albums and things like that's a whole new like
Yeah, because it's vintage.
right. Are they making mixtapes yet? I honestly should go back and watch the video of when I made this pattern because I am I am certainly curious about like why this is a little white dot over here on the side of these little spirally
Yes,
things. Tamagotchis? Yeah. I was so poor. We I didn't have a Tamagotchi. I just had a cockroach in a matchbox. I mean that was pretty much all we could afford. A Detroit Tamagotchi. Exactly. Exactly. I had a sister who had the giant flaring bell bottoms that had like the little rivet things all over them and like giant, huge platform shoes.
My sisters had a giant shoulder pads.
No, that came later. That's 80s.
I
That
know.
that was not a good look for that era. I have no idea. Oh, did I mention I'm pretty sure they were suede? Right. So far this is kind of nice. There's lots of easier references as to where to stop. Like this white one coming down, I just had to go until I got to the first of the lighter color. So that was, it's nice when it has those kind of like things to kind of tell you where you are and what's happening next. So as opposed to say just counting, because a lot of patterns are just that you just count. You guys are way too hung up on that Tamagotchi. Oh my god. All right. uh, avoiding family counseling. Yeah, I'm down with that. I also think that these little dot things, despite the fact that they seem a little bit annoying to make, are going to serve a really nice purpose of like telling me where in the pattern I am at any given point. So there might be some benefits of the pattern after all. I haven't seen any of the new seasons of Rick and Morty. Is that on Netflix yet? Or speaking of Netflix, oh my God, guys, I just learned just prior to the stream that there is a boxing match coming up. Was it June or July? Um, Jake Paul and what's his face with the lisp. I had to close all my tabs, so I can't just like look over. Mike Tyson. I don't watch boxing. I probably will watch this just because. I mean, it's a how. What's the age difference? Hang on. Now I want. Do 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 do. Yeah, Mike Tyson is 57 and Jake Paul is 27. And I still say my money is on Tyson. I don't know. It just seems exciting. Like I said, don't like the sport at all. Think it's terrible. But I'd watch this. And it's on Netflix, so.
Is it going to be a live stream thing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It says, yeah, according to Variety, Jake Paul to fight Mike Tyson in a live Netflix boxing event. Us versus of Max. I don't know that one. Actually, I'm so behind on so many things to watch.
HBO Max.
Oh, um, what's
Rick and
the?
Morty.
I, there's a show that I watched the first season of, got really hooked into it. Found out that there's been seasons since then. Still haven't watched. What it was something. It was like Lock and Key. Is that? Am I
I think he was on Netflix.
right? So there's a new season of that out. I haven't seen. There's new seasons that we haven't seen of Stranger Things. There's a whole bunch of stuff I want to see.
New season of Discovery. We
Yeah,
haven't
Lock and
seen
Key. Yeah,
Discovery for a bit.
Rainbow's got that one. I have been going through the series Yo Yo Hakusho, the the original cartoonish one. I did finally watch the live action one. That was pretty good. Didn't kind of like the fact that they changed the story as hard as they did, but I mean, for overall, I guess they kept the most of the general essence of it, so that was okay. Um, but now I'm into like, I basically just got through the second big arc, and wow, that was pretty. It got it. They're so good at building up, like the stakes are so high, and everything is riding on this moment, and what are they going to do kind of stuff. It just got so wowed. I couldn't. It was one of those like it's getting late in the day, but I'm watching one more episode. I have to know what happens, kind of thing. So I think with like Yo Yo Hakusho, like you don't have to be a huge anime fan to get into the whole storyline and stuff. It was basically a kid who not a very good person, never expected to do the right thing, uh, actually steps up and tries to be the hero to save a small child. And as a result, they kind of don't know what to do with him. And, should he like remain dead or be given another chance? And they decide to give him another chance, but to kind of earn his way back or whatever, he has to work for this deity and help get rid of things that are potential danger to humanity and stuff. So it's got it's a pretty interesting storyline on its own, and it's not bad. Yeah, I do that a lot. That's probably why I never get into watching the rest of my shows, is because I'm like, I was watching stuff. What was I watching? I don't know. I can just turn on YouTube and see what Charlie's doing. So part of this is a little bit weird because the pattern itself kind of goes on beyond where I can get to without joining stuff together. I hope when it comes to the fight with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul that somebody with some animating capabilities will take a frame where like Mike lands one on the jaw and you just see the sonic rings just bust out of him. That's I just want the travelers. I don't think I've done that, but I have occasionally been like, oh man, I need to go back and I need to watch something again because I really don't remember like how the story got from one point to another, and I just kind of want to watch it. Plus, um, so it turns out I didn't know this for a long time. It turns out if you have like anxiety issues, which I do have, um, one of the things that we will do to try to, you know, feel better is watch things that we've already seen before because then it can't get us all yanked up because, you don't have that whole whatever because you kind of know what's coming. Plus, there's a whole bunch of movies I recently have seen whatever like posts on or whatever, and it's like, wait, why did I never see that? Like, an example is The Burbs. It's got Tom Hanks in it. It looks like this thing had to be one of the most ridiculous movies of its time, and I have no idea how I never saw that. It doesn't. I can't even grasp how I could have missed it. Ooh, Traveler sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, I too have a lot of just background things that I play. Again, YouTube stuff. Pretty much what most of my day was today was a lot of YouTube stuff, catching up on things. Watched a couple of videos from that YouTuber that's retiring. I can't think of what his name is, but he did game theory and film theories and all those. That was kind of neat. Hang on, now you need to figure out. So it's just it's like I was saying, each one of the parts that I put into the top of this are going to be exactly the same. So once I get this thing kind of figured out, it's actually going to help me with all the future ones. So that's going to be awesome. Okay, but do you guys have to do the thing where you've watched the first 3 seasons, and then it takes 6 months or whatever for the fourth season to come out, and then the fourth season's there, and you can't remember anything, and you have to go back. And like for me, I don't even know, like, do I go back just one episode? Do I go back to the beginning? I don't even know what to do with myself because I lose all the information. I'm like completely. All right, there's the first one done. Awesome. 3 more to go. I didn't mean for that to happen. It just went flying. That sounds like a formula to just string things. That's yeah. I don't think I could rewatch Black Mirror. That that show, like, that show really messed with my head. Like some of those episodes, just thinking back at it, and it's like, yikes. Like Black Mirror did things that you would think like, wow, that'll never happen, and then um, shortly after, great example. There was an episode in Black Mirror where people had like social scores, like depending on what you did in society, like how well you could do. Next thing you know, China's got social scores, and you can't travel abroad if your score is too low, kind of thing. Wait, you hated watching Black Mirror? How much of it did you see? I'm curious. Like, did you watch a bunch of it and still hate it? But I'm gonna like have to go through it. And, yeah, that's yeah. Some of them were so, like the one where she lost her boyfriend, but then like she got the robot that like learned how to be him from his social media stuff. Oh, yeah. Or the one where everything that you saw is recorded, and the airports could check your memories to see if you have been around any, terrorist suspects or whatever recently before boarding a flight. Like, holy cow. And then he slowly plays back his memory to realize that, his girl's cheating on him. Oh man. Hey honey, could I
Mm-hmm.
tuck you into a huge favor?
What's that?
Could you grab me a Pepsi? I first somehow forgot to get one.
In the fridge.
I suddenly went to reach over and get a drink. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Oh man.
I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of thought that Black Mirror was going to be a series that would just kind of go on forever. That there's so much room for material. It could be the modern Twilight Zone and just have endless amounts of content. And but then Britain kind of gave up on it, and then it became, I think it was Netflix that was like, yeah, we want to kind of run with this, and so they started producing it in America. But then, yeah, I don't know. With sound effects, like,
Yeah, I've heard the quang 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 sound a few times. I didn't know where it's coming from.
um, I'm not hitting keyboard, so there shouldn't be any. Oh, can't. I can't get to the sound effects without like losing picture and stuff. Um, unless it's coming from Discord, but then I should be able to hear it too. But I'm not using too much keyboard stuff. I did. Was it? No, it shouldn't be. There was no. I don't remember how I recorded that back when. It shouldn't have sound to it. Oh, I'm so confused now. How is. Now I'm wondering if like OBS has added new things that I have to worry about besides crashing like just as we go live. That was the weirdest thing too. Like, what the heck? Like, it was fine until I hit the live button, and then it was like everything started getting a little bit weird over here. Wait, what is. So, wait, which was the sound effect you guys heard? The wah wah thing?
Yes.
Because I can see if I can make it happen. Was it this one? Did that do anything?
Yep.
It's weird because I can't actually hear it. I had to make it so I couldn't hear it because you guys told me that when I do hear it, that you hear it like in stereos or triplets or some things. I don't know. Oh. All right, let's see if we can wake up Stream Elements again. That's annoying. Wait, you guys had it working? Do do do. Um, what's this one? Yeah. Okay, now try the bot. I found a thing where it says that I can hit like a restart. I don't know if it what it restarted.
That explains it. He took a nap.
I like, are you awake? No. Okay. Oh, guys, so this week, I don't remember when the video comes out, but eventually you'll see that there is a 3 minute video. 3 minutes. I spent, and this is no exaggeration, I know this because I pretty much started the live stream and went to work on making this video. It took me 3 hours, or no, excuse me, 2 hours to make 3 minutes. It's it's pretty crazy. It's a cool video. I don't know that the the effort it takes to make that kind of a thing. I don't know. That was insane. But I'm glad to have done it. I had fun. I would have been kind of bummed if I hadn't gone to the trouble of making it. So I'm not, I don't remember which day that was. I was going to say that I could point you in the direction of the live stream if you wanted to become a member and go watch that and see how that went down. It was so weird, so crazy. But yeah, that whole video got inspired because I was talking with now my brain went blank. What's her face? Why is it I can only think of her actual name and not the name she goes by? What the heck? Do, 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 do. Minute Craft. So yeah, I was talking with Minute Craft trying to explain a pattern, and I didn't think she understood what I was talking about. And so the next thing I know, I'm making a video to explain it. No, I know. That's why I couldn't believe I couldn't think of it. It's been that long. I've like my mind is toast today. Yeah, Minute Craft. I didn't want to say the actual name because she never like actually uses her real name in any of our chats or anything. I don't want to be like giving it away or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. So Minute Craft was talking about the pattern and said something to the effect like, don't all patterns kind of do that? And I was just like, no, this thing does something so weird, so bizarre that I can't even begin to know what I'm going to end up doing with the pattern in the end. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. And so I just went on this crazy, super special effect video thing. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. Oh no. Oh no. That was a great song. Oh. The only thing that's keeping me from having that song now stuck in my head is I have Freebird playing in my ears, and Leonard Skinner is just losing their mind with guitar riffs and. Really? That's hilarious. Hello. Welcome to tonight's stream where things are a little crazy. The whole stream started off broken. My computer decided to freeze up right out the gate. Oh no, what are you DIYing now? Last time it was sanding. What? Maybe it was your fault. Maybe we wouldn't have had the tech glitch had you been here, huh? Why does DIY Ghost make me think of Beetlejuice? Or they like cut the holes in the designer sheets and And that has me now thinking of, do you guys remember a show called Surprise by Design? I used to love that show. I wonder whatever happened to the two from that show. They were like such a funny couple together. Oh, I have another funny one for you guys. So the other night, kind of winding down end of the day, laying in bed, checking through news articles, see what's going on in the world. And there is this new um, telescope thing they want to build, one of those super expensive things, trying to, you know, do new stuff. It's going to have like multiple telescopes all pointing in the same direction at one time. And the hopes is to see if they can find life on other planets. And so I can't remember how it spells life, but like that's like its acronym for this device. So this um, as an interferometer, life is made up of five spectret telescopes that will work in unison to expand the telescope's working size. Life is being developed by whoever, blah, 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 and it will observe the mid infrared where the spectrum lies, uh, form important bioindicative chemicals, being ozone, methane, and nitrous oxide. And the moment I read that, I laughed so hard. They're not just looking for life, they're looking for family. Nitrous oxide? Can totally picture Vin Diesel right there. Like, just, it's not life, it's family. I was cracking up so hard. I just fell about the place. I thought that was the funniest thing. Because when you think of life, like that, nitrous oxide was not like in the list of things I would think that they were looking for. And then my brain just went haywire, ran with that. Yeah, there you go. I haven't. I've seen them all except for the last one, the one with Aquaman in it, whatever his name is. I have to admit, they are a fun ride. They're it's a kind of movie where you're not expecting anything intellectual. There's never a moment where you go, that's a really valid point. I do wonder. None of that. It's straight up just go fast, do things. I mean, they shot a car into space. I don't know. There's a bunch of shows that I want to have continued. Um, Probably never heard of it, but there was a show called Herman's Head, and I used to think that that was the greatest. That was so much fun, and yeah, that got like one season, and you can't find it anywhere. It's like whoever owns the rights to it doesn't want to like let that out, which is kind of disappointing. Funny thing too, the Herman's Head is an awful lot like Disney's. Um, I can't remember what the name of that show is. There's a Disney show where you're like looking at like the different people inside of somebody's head. So basically the same basic concept or whatever, but this was a guy going to work doing whatever, and the other one is like a kid. Uh, he would be another good one to have more episodes of. Or some of the other ones. Battlestar Galactica could have had more episodes. Yeah, I don't know what year that was from. One of the actors in Herman's Head was the guy who bumps into the main character in Groundhog Day. Like while when he's in the hotel room going heading for the stairs or whatever. Like that was one of the things inside of Herman's Head. It was a great show. It was absolutely hilarious. I'm sure there'd be a lot of reasons for canceling it in today's culture. I mean, it was supposed to be looking at a dude's head who, obviously girls pass by and, there's chatter in his head kind of stuff going on. I kind of wish I had the ability to like just pull up things because I'd like to know who some of the actors were in there. Because I'm pretty sure that the girl that was in his head was, yeah, yes, Inside Out. That is, yes, yes. That was the show I couldn't think of the name of. Yes. If you ever find those episodes like somewhere like YouTube or wherever, I would really like to see that show again and see if it was nearly as good as I remember it. You are not tomorrow Sunday. No. So this is kind of moving along, kind of having gotten the first one done has kind of helped me to kind of, I don't know, feel more secure about where I am and what's going on. Like I know that this row totally goes to the end. So does the next two. That's kind of helpful. Hmm. I remember those kind of days. There's those blanket things that have like the armholes in it, but then the string like wants to kind of stick to the blankie, so you kind of need the blanket to be smoother or something. See, I don't have that problem anymore. It's freaking hot over here. I got the air on and it's like 27 degrees here. Oh, I know another series they could bring out more of and I would totally watch. Need need some more Muppets. Remember like in the 70s the Muppets had like every major like group or actor or whatever like would come on once a week and they would just do their thing. Oh man, that would be awesome. Like with all the modern stars and stuff. Nice. But only if you do it right. You got to kind of do the whole, you know, wax on, wax off. 'I see a little silhouette over my go. 2 down, 2 to go. Eat. Fling him at this point. Doesn't matter. Really? I am like hanging out in all the wrong places. How am I missing this stuff? I did just discover that there's a bunch of Muppet stuff that I haven't seen on Disney. That's another thing I intend on watching in the near future. Oh no. It's weird that they don't even give you like an option to how to fix that. That doesn't I don't understand. Oh, and I just learned there's a new third version to Instagram. So there's like personal, professional, and now creator. And apparently, creator gets some added benefits that the other two don't, including like sound effects and other things, and easier to get verified or whatever. I think right now my only chance of getting verified is to actually pay them money to do it, which I'm not doing. So weird. Yeah, I don't understand any of that. You know, if they came out and said, "Hey, you did a thing. Here's the, what you did," that would be, I would get that. That would make sense. I could understand. Oh, other crazy stuff going on um, in the world. I don't know if you guys have been following the whole saga that's been going on between Epic and Apple. And you might not know who Epic is. Epic does video games, including Fortnite and that soccer one with the cars. I forget what that one's called. But anyways, so Epic made a big fuss over the fact that the only way that you can actually get an app downloaded onto an Apple device is through the Apple Store, and the Apple Store can, basically dictate how much of a cut they want on anything, including things that are subscriptions, right? And so Epic made a big fuss of this with the whole EU thing, and the EU basically kind of sided with Epic to say that that basically Apple needs to allow for side loading, which is basically you can install stuff without having to go through the app. So yeah, that got kind of weird, and that might only be only in the EU because like they made it kind of law. It's not necessarily law in the rest of the world, so the rest of the world may not benefit from this. But as if retaliatory, Apple is just like, yeah, well, you're no longer a developer for Apple. You can't make apps for us anymore, and just banned them like just out of the blue. Like, nope, you're a threat to our ecosystem, and we are not having it, and just took them out of the whole equation, which was like, what? That's just. I half expected the EU to just lose their mind at this point. But then days later, they let him back in. So yeah, kind of weird. Um, this whole saga thing though has just been wow. So I was saying earlier, my big goal today is to get the 4 diamonds started, which is kind of like what we were able to accomplish, the last time, and I don't know how many other times, but and I think judging by the time frames of how long it's taken to do each one, I think that's actually feasible that we will get it done. So that's good. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do. There's potentially a couple big projects going to be coming up here. One is somebody put in an order for a cup holder like the one I have, and so I'm really looking forward to making that. Um, and the other is I think I'm going to try doing the wall hanging again, but make it better than the first one. And the only reason that's really kind of coming around is because um, I was kind of looking at the possibility of things I could have done differently with the pattern, and it's kind of got me a little bit excited about doing something kind of big, but I think it's too big to make a bracelet. So wall hanging sort of makes more sense. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, so that red and blue one, there's going to be a part two ish to it. I don't know that I'm necessarily calling it part two. It might just be like my pattern number 15, 15 and 16. Yeah, something that I have no idea. I don't know what to name my videos ever. Um, but yes, I've come up with a slightly different way of starting it because after I made, oh, that's something you guys haven't seen. So yeah, I did a bracelet kind of based on part of the red and blue thing. And I like it, but then I kind of saw that it could be different. So now I am going to pursue that different thing, which I gotta like kind of watch out for because I don't know if you noticed, but there's been a bunch of tube bracelets, and these things have been taking like a really long time to make. If I make very, very complex things and try to do the daily video on it, I basically make myself go crazy because there's only so many hours in the day for me to do stuff. And if everything I do, I make extra hard, that's sort of a problem. And then I turn around and I come up with cool ideas to make videos that take me 2 hours just to make 3 minutes. But I do have a bunch of ideas. Like, although I have to admit, like, I have to get smarter about some things. I went back to take a look at some notes. Like, I put down some notes of things like I wanted to go back and try doing something different to a pattern. And so I went back and I was having a look at what's on that list. And sometimes when I make those lists, I'm so vague about what I wanted to do. It's just, it says take this pattern number and add more colors to it. Like, wait, how? What was the end goal? What was the thing I had visioned? Like, I don't know what it is. Yeah, Kevin's headed that way for sure. I'm just not good at notes. Yeah. Did I tell you I have a Don't Break the Kevin fanny pack? I do. It's kind of awesome. Who sings this? Never thought it could feel this real forever. Hang on. Never think I ever felt this good again. The thing I ever ask of you. Gotta promise not to stop when I say when. Why do I don't know the song? Oh, it's the Foo Fighters. Everlong. Am I the only one who, when you think of Foo Fighters, you picture Mr. T and you picture Mr. T saying, I pity the Foo? Just, just me? I understand. Man, I put on a really weird playlist here. I don't understand how we can go from Foo Fighters to the Police. Like, what's the connection there? I love the memes that say, surely not everybody was kung fu fighting. And for me, that song's right up there with the that other one I keep hearing here recently. The play that funky music, white boy. So weird. Long for your embrace, baby, baby, please. Dun, 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 Oh, believe me, we can have far worse things to get stuck in your head than anything that we've mentioned so far. Ask my wife. There's like a short list of songs that I just barely mention, and yeah, the earworms will dig in and do their thing. Oh, the heck did you do? We lost the Mandy. We we tease her a little bit, and then she boop. I didn't even talk about the thing in the other thing.
What happened?
You don't know. We lost your phone.
My phone's right here.
Does it have a picture?
I'm so confused.
Like
I
the
can't
camera?
see it.
Oh, right, because
It's
it's turned
facing
around
getaway.
backwards. Okay, wait, I'll go to the regular, the one without you in it. And now you can turn it around and see what's happening. Maybe your battery died? Mandy's like, you're gonna say the lime and the coconut thing, aren't you? That's it, I'm out.
My phone rebooted itself.
That's weird.
You know, right?
Oh, I think I may have mentioned earlier. Yeah. I may have mentioned
That's
earlier.
what I thought.
Mandy's been gone all day, so I haven't had a chance to tell her. I got the my phone and the exercise bike working again, so I'm pretty happy about
Oh,
that.
yay.
Throw it
So
back
what
to
was it?
you. There's a setting called location in my phone. Apparently, it's supposed to say location something, according to the email, but basically, in the older model, just says location. It has to be turned on. I have no idea at all what that setting does, what it allows or doesn't allow, whatever. But as soon as I turned it on, the app started recognizing things around it again. And then, but I must have messed up something else somewhere else. So I basically uninstalled the app and reinstalled it. And boom, it worked just fine. Things that I would like to say to you, but I don't know how. Sleeping. You're gonna be the one who saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. So is your phone coming back?
It's still in the process of rebooting. I wonder if there was an update or something that happened while midstream. Kind of weird
So
though.
weird. I don't know. You got that. You actually got the new OS. I didn't even get that yet, so I don't know. You're gonna be the one who saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. Gonna be the one that saves me.
I think I'm back. Am I back?
There he is.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm back! Why did your hand stop? Oh, wait, no, it's me. That's weird.
Okay, that sounds like the one where she was gonna break up with the guy because he kept singing the Monkeys, and he said he didn't believe her, but then he saw her face. And then I saw her face, do 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 do. Now I'm a believer, not a trace or doubt in my mind. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Hey, little mister, what have you done? Hey, little sister, who's the only one? Hey, little sister, who's the little man? Hey, little sister, who's your... Hey, little sister, shotgun. It's a nice day for a white one. It's a nice day to start again. You know, for all of the different 80s bands and stuff that like kind of suddenly do the power grabs to try to become relevant or whatever, I kind of wonder what happened to some of these guys. Like, um, what the hell is this guy's name? The White Wedding guy? Gotta grab my phone. It's Billy Idol. Like, whatever happened to him? Kind of picture like maybe he was making that face and it got stuck and he decided he wasn't going back out again. You know, your mom always tells you you can't you make that face and it's gonna stick. I don't know if you guys remember the faces he used to make in his videos, but yeah, Billy Idol. You know.
Speaking of, I just saw news that New Kids on the Block are releasing a new album, and it's called Still
Really?
Kids. I'm like, it's called Still Kids. Like, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm like, well, still kids in the name, perhaps, but wow. Well, good for them. That's kind of cool. I saw a producer who supposedly did some major albums back in like the 80s or 90s, and he was saying that musicians should pretty much forget about trying to make albums, that it's the live scene is where it's at right now. And I was thinking to myself, wasn't it always like like yeah, they bands would go sit in the studio for a while, make an album, and then hit the road with it, spend however long out and whatever. When they ran that into the ground, they'd go back to the studio and kind of rinse and repeat. You know, it was always sort of the thing. It was just like for a little while there, people kind of got away from that, thought they could just make albums and sit in the studio, kind of like the Beatles did. Okay, there's a long, slow intro to this song, and I'm not sure if I know which one it is. There's like not enough. I want to say this is like an REM thing.
In other news, apparently Chick-fil-A is coming to Singapore.
Really?
Yep.
Is that the one that's closed on Sundays and they're super religious and
Hmm.
yeah, they can. I'll pass. Yeah, so it's definitely one of
What is
those
it?
REMs or U2 or something. Hang on.
What
The
is their
guitars are
yummy
picking
chicken
up.
nuggets?
I think there's a mandolin in there. Getting a little faster, a little faster. Hang on. Yeah. I wanna run. There it goes. I want to hide. I want to tear down the walls that hold the inside. Reach out. Yeah, I remember back in the day. I can't remember what song it was, but it was a song from more or less my era, and my son heard it, and I was kind of rocking out to it, and he was like, "Oh my God, you know that song?" Like, yeah, I like confused or whatever. And apparently it got used. I don't know if it was Call of Duty or whatever. It was in one of his video games, and he was just like, couldn't quite grasp the idea that the song had been around, long enough for me to know these things. Born in 2001. So yeah, no, Tony. Yeah, that would have been a bunch of stuff, but no. See, I'm afraid of using Copilot. Oh wait, my earphones are in. I can. It'll play it in my head. Copilot. What were some of the bigger songs that were used in the game Call of Duty? I don't know if you guys have tried this Copilot thing. It's pretty cool. Hans Zimmer, Zach Wild. Whoa. Whoa. No, these are all just. Hmm. That's kind of interesting. She was actually talking while I've got the music still playing. That was really bizarre. But yeah, there was just a bunch of Hans Zimmer stuff. I don't know. Things I don't know. Last one. Down south. Down south, southern town. I don't know. Some of the tech I really love. Really? Oh, that sucks. I like tech. I love all the. So there's a meme um of the guy's laying in bed and he's trying to sleep and his brain says, "Can cows swim?" And he's like, "Shut up, I'm going to sleep." And then in the next frame you see he's laying in bed and the phone light is like shining in his face. That's me. That's That's so weird. Sultans. Sultans of Swing. Is this Dire Straits? I think it's Dire Straits I'm listening to. Sultans of Swing. Damn. About any trumpet playing band they call rock and roll. Oh no. Kids today will never understand some of the weird, zany things that went on. I remember, was it on a cassette? Or was it on the CD? I remember me and my friends, we were partaking in, some of the Mother Nature's finest. And we'd been listening to some Nine Inch Nails. And we were in a state where when the music ended, we were just like, okay, nobody wanted to kind of get up and go mess with the stereo or anything. And what felt like an eternity, probably less than 10 minutes of silence, suddenly it just started playing another song again. There was like a gap in their one album. And, his album, I guess Trent Reznor basically was a one-man band. He just hired people for doing concerts. But, yeah, there's like a 10-minute silent gap, and then the music just comes out of nowhere. Scared the crap out of all of us. Yeah, you weren't even from like the era where we had 8-track tapes where you pretty much had to wait for stuff to come around, And the only time that you could really do anything fun was when you got to kind of the end of the track, and then you could click the button if you wanted to go back to like the first one. My sister had a great big jukebox like stereo system in the house that actually would let you record 8 tracks. You could like buy blank ones and make your own mixtapes out of the thing. Oh, and you guys will never know the feeling of having like your favorite song sort of fade out, click, click, and then fade back in again because it overlapped over top of where the track thing was. Kiss, kiss, say. Run, run, run. Oh man, I had a concert like that where I knew all the words and everybody around me was looking at me like I lost my mind. It was Parliament doing the Mothership Connection, and yeah, I had I had the 8-track at one point. I later bought the album. Yeah, that I later even bought the CD of it. Amazing, amazing, great, great album. And yeah, I used to play it from beginning to end, and I knew all the lyrics. And there wasn't a lot of white dudes in the thing. And, you know, the one that these guys could see knew every single word. And they were just like, huh, the hell? Oh, I don't know if I guess it's just a United States thing, but I heard that um, the Talking Heads Stop Making Sense is being re-released to theaters. I don't know if that is going to be kind of around the world or anything, but man, I would love to go see that in a theater where like big sound systems play it loud kind of stuff. I've watched the videos for that countless times. Um, Absolutely amazing. Um, but yeah, to see that in a theater, that would be something. I mean, it's not like going back and seeing them in concert. I don't think they have all of the people necessarily to do that again. And those all the guys got old. Nice. About the ability to sing all at once. Oh, that's awesome. Creeps. Plays tricks on me. It all keeps adding up. I think I'm in love. Am I just paranoid? To end all that's my dreams. He said it's lack of sex that's bringing me down. To things that my life's a bore. Bringing her down. I give myself the creeps. Keeps adding up. I think I'm thinking of. Am I just paranoid? Control. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, most of the time I do try to take Wednesdays off. And that's because we have a local act that does a free thing down at Suntech here in Singapore. And I'd like to go down there and check it out. And not everything they do is in English, but music is still fun. Even if I can't understand what they're saying, the vibe is still pretty awesome. So I check out small stuff all the time. Who knows? Maybe these guys will end up big and I'll be like, yeah, I remember you guys. That'd be awesome. Whew. To the Sandman he comes through. So I put one eye open. Case of like, hang on, I know it doesn't go straight to the dark string. Where's the light one? And it was like hiding behind the dark one altogether. Like, hang on, trying to mess me up here. Dreams of life, dream of dragons, fire, and the things that will bite. Yeah. It's funny. I just suddenly realized like you must be on like a phone that like makes me like portable. I picture myself kind of traveling around the house. Whoa, careful. Don't lean me too far.
Yeah, the last time I did that, I ended up dropping my phone and cracking my screen protector.
Yeah, when are you going to go get that fixed?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, where was I? I was just recently, I saw it was like a tray like this big, a little bit thick magnet that was supposed to be like where you can dump your needle like so you don't lose it or whatever. I thought like I totally thought a rainbow and her losing needles. I don't remember where I was when I saw that.
First ad. Well, second ad.
What's that?
Ad.
Oh, you have an ad? Oh,
That's the first ad I've had since the beginning of the stream.
really? In 2 hours? Huh. At least they're not giving all the ads to one person this time. That was the most insane. They didn't send me, like, normally when it comes to, like, when you deal with help desk, they'll send you like a thing like, how is our service? They didn't do that. They sent me a transcript. Like, here's the conversation you had. Uh-huh. Yeah, I was there. At least tell me that the call was monitored for quality assurance. Oh no. I know that feeling. It's the where you start wondering why did I do this? There's still much more to do. Barracuda. I have a feeling that I'm going to have that equivalent feeling of the DIYs. Yeah, when it comes to some of the future bags that I designed. Um, this one, this one's not so bad. Not at least not yet. There is some squiggly stuff in the foreseeable future here. Well, basically starting next week. Um, but there's still way harder ones, and I'm coming up with even more ideas. I don't know. I'm glutton for punishment, I suppose, but I've got ideas for some additional projects. In fact, because I had to get string for the cup thing, which is basically I have one within reach. Um, Something like this, right? Since I had to get string for that, I decided I would get string for this other bag idea that I have, which is going to be pretty epic. The tailor. We haven't seen much, but there has been a couple occasions of where she's been seen out in public at like restaurants or something. Um, but they've kept her pretty well hidden away. I don't know what she'll get to see while she's here.
That's because she'll be mobbed wherever she goes.
I would love for her to be able to go to the Jewel down at the airport and like check all that stuff out. But I kind of feel like she just can't really do things in public. Like she just wherever she goes, it just becomes a mob.
And she flew in on a private jet, so it's not like she'll
She
be at
probably
the
then
airport
landed at
much.
the airport by us.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Hard to imagine, like over at that airport, there being an immigration office. I mean, I guess there has to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are dudes that basically stare at their phone most of the day. I'm sure. Like, why? Seriously, like there can't be that many people coming through that airport.
No, not that one. I think that airport is mostly used for um like little planes, like learning to fly kind of planes.
Right? Yeah. There's
Which, not
there's that
flying over
there's
things.
that, and then there's um Royce or whatever, one of the big engine companies or whatever. Like that's where their parts
Yeah.
and stuff come in. So like if things that
Yes,
need to
basically it's
get serviced,
yeah,
whatever, like that would
cargo E
take,
kind
yeah,
of.
the cargo would then be taken to the other airport or whatever if like a plane needed fixing. But yeah, like all that kind of stuff is over here. But occasionally there are the fancy planes that come in. I seriously can't have too many projects going at one time. It really makes me fairly crazy. Like that will definitely break Kevin. Um, I have I have a bracelet that I have the kumi made up, and the pattern is in an email to myself that I keep meaning to get to, but then like I have other stuff that I want to get done or have to get done for work, and it's like oh yeah, yeah, it's close enough you could ride a bike over here. So nice. Yeah, seriously, there are people that want to like come and stay at our airport and like we had those one idiots that tried to stay in our airport for a week. That was weird. There's like waterfalls and um they still have the butterfly garden. There's a butterfly garden,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
Tandem bikes are super difficult unless you have like Mandy who just basically puts her feet up on the bars and doesn't do anything. Because otherwise you gotta kind of pedal in sync with the other person. And like on one occasion I was with a friend on a tandem bike and we were about to go alongside of a car. And my natural instinct is when you're going through a space that's really small to coast. And his instinct with going through a small space was to pedal. And we about wrecked as a result of not being in the same kind of sync or whatever. So can we do that live stream from your place? I imagine there's some benefits of coming to the UK and doing the live stream from there. Call it floral arrangements. Yes. Um. No, you can keep the cameras running. Anybody else that's elsewhere could kind of look in and watch as my mind slowly slips away. Living like a bomb, baby, come and get it on. Living like a red on. Living like a tramp, like a video bam. Demolition woman, can I be your man? Can you imagine the all of us together and then doing pattern building where everybody could like, throw in their 2 cents, like, oh, add this and add that? That would be something. Yo, shook. To get sweet from my head to my feet, yeah, dude. AWOL and his backup stringers. And then you have to have somebody working the OBS so that way the camera keeps panning around to all of us. Nice. So this might can't come as a shock, but once upon a time, back when I used to partaketh, um, my friends would describe me as becoming more normal than just me as like you would see me now. Um, because of the anxiety, because of a lot of various other neurotic things. Um, Once I become very relaxed, I'm a whole different person. In fact, like I could, we could go play disc golf out around the ninth hole where you're out far away from like any prying eyes. We would smoke, and then I would get all relaxed. And the last 9 holes, like the first 9 holes, I'd be like okay. If you ever played disc golf, it's like throwing frisbees for the baskets. Yeah, the last 9 holes, I would absolutely dominate. Just yeah. So rather than like how the '70s show kind of portrays it, I just become a more calm sort of guy. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
What? A tire falls from a United Airlines plane, crushing cars in San Francisco.
A plane's tire is huge. If that fell,
Huge.
holy crud.
The flight was headed to Japan.
Wow.
It had could be diverted to LA International.
Was this another
Jeez.
Boeing? Because it seems like Boeing
Yes.
can't get a break these
Yes.
days.
A Boeing 777-200.
Yep, there we go. See, wow. Yeah, that's it. It slows my brain enough that, yeah, and then I can do things like suddenly come up with intense patterns, like absolutely like over the top patterns and stuff. I start to, yeah, in that relaxed frame of mind. Yeah, I'm super creative. I'm so guys, I did it. This is the fourth of these. I am absolutely impressed with the progress. If this is any sign as to how this bag is going to go, the fact that we're actually ahead of the 1 a.m. thing, this is going to be really good. So I've made a big mistake. Try to see it once my way. And I really like the colors. I don't know how well that's kind of showing up for you guys, but let's see, can I scooch this over? Yep. Look at that. Yeah, this is bracelet version of the 444. Wait, item. Wait, an angelic thing? I'm so confused. Yes, I think this is going to look awesome. I get pretty excited about these things. So, yeah. Next week we will get them all joined. Yeah, we'll see, and try to see how far we can actually come down on this side of it. Because this is the area in the middle here that we're going to be contending with, which is a lot of that kind of a, I don't know, what would you say this color is? It's not really golden. It's sort of, it's a little bit almost like skin color. It's hard to, but a little bit more something. I don't know what it is. It's really cool though. But yeah, so the next thing will be these squiggles will start to join and start to make these chaotic shapes and stuff inside of here, which will be wow. And yeah, it's been crazy. Yeah, I'm confused about the 444 thing. I have no idea, man. Um 4 for 4. That sounds, yeah, that sounds like a deal at White Castle. I don't know. I'm really confused though. But anyway, um, so yeah, next week is putting this together. During the week, um, I'm basically off Thursday and Friday. Otherwise, I will be here in the office making all kinds of stuff. I got some pretty intense plans, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then trying to think if there's anything else. Like I kind of almost didn't expect to be done early today, and here I am. Um, Anything else I'm forgetting? We don't have patron hangouts or anything. We're already beginning of the month. Um, yeah, I think that's it, guys. You guys, thank you for making this fun. It's been a blast. You guys are awesome as always. And yeah, as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.